Hey man, lean in real quick. I gotta tell you something that still gives me chills every single time I think about it. January 15th, 1947. A foggy morning in Leimert Park, Los Angeles. This mother and her young daughter are walking down the sidewalk when they spot something strange in an empty lot. At first, they think it's a broken mannequin lying in the weeds, but it's not. It was Elizabeth Short. Now here's the part that really gets me. Elizabeth, or Betty, as everyone called her, was born in Boston in 1924. She was one of 5 daughters. Her father ran a small business building miniature golf courses until the Great Depression destroyed everything. When Betty was only 5 years old, her dad abandoned the entire family. He parked his car on a bridge and disappeared. Her mom was left raising 5 girls alone with almost no money. On top of that, Betty had terrible asthma and lung problems. At 15, she even had major lung surgery. The doctors told her mother the only way to keep her alive was to send her to a warmer climate every winter. So every year, her mom would ship her down to Miami, Florida to stay with family friends. Betty worked as a waitress there, dated soldiers, and lived this split life between cold, broke winters in Massachusetts and sunny, freer winters in Florida. She dropped out of high school as a sophomore. She wasn't interested in school. All she cared about was Hollywood. She was obsessed with movies. She would sit in dark theaters for hours dreaming that one day she'd be the star up on that screen. That was her only real dream. By the time she was 19, she couldn't take it anymore. She moved to California chasing that Hollywood fantasy. She bounced around Los Angeles, worked as a waitress, stayed in cheap hotels, and kept dating servicemen. She was last seen alive at the Biltmore Hotel in downtown LA on January 9th, 1947. 6 days later, she was found in that empty lot. When the police arrived, it was pure nightmare fuel. Her body had been cut completely in half at the waist. Her face was slashed from ear to ear into this horrifying smile. She had been completely drained of blood and posed like some kind of sick piece of art. Since the body had already been washed clean, detectives concluded she must have been killed elsewhere before being dumped there. Near the body, they found a heel print and a cement sack with traces of blood, presumably used to transport her. Photographers swarmed the crime scene with their big flash cameras, lighting up the fog like it was the 4th of July. The LAPD reached out to the FBI, who quickly identified her through fingerprints. The media storm that followed was relentless. They nicknamed her the Black Dahlia and turned her life into tabloid fodder, spreading rumors and salacious stories while her mother learned the truth in the cruelest way possible, through a fake beauty contest phone call. The LAPD launched one of the biggest investigations Los Angeles had ever seen. Thousands of people were interviewed, hundreds of suspects. Confessions poured in from all over the country. The killer even taunted them with letters and Elizabeth's belongings, all wiped clean with gasoline. But despite everything, they never caught the killer. Over the decades, strong suspects have emerged, most notably Dr. George Hodel, whose own son, a retired LAPD detective, believes he did it. Other names like Dr. Walter Bailey, Leslie Dillon, and Mark Hansen keep resurfacing. There are theories involving medical knowledge, organized crime, and even a deranged artist. Yet none have ever been proven. Almost 80 years later, we still don't know who murdered Elizabeth Short. This girl from a broken home in Massachusetts who survived poverty, an absent father, horrible asthma, and spent her whole short life chasing a Hollywood dream, ended up becoming the darkest legend in Los Angeles. her story continues to haunt the city. A beautiful young woman with big dreams, reduced to one of the most infamous unsolved murders in American history. Maybe one day, someone will finally put the pieces together and give Betty the justice she deserves.